1-0 Warnock. There's only 1-0 Warnock. 1-0 Warnock.
Never.
And welcome to Beer and Breakfast.
Two on the bounce.
Two on the bounce. We're getting good at this. It's actually becoming the weekly show it was meant to be.
Yeah.
We're in a slightly better mood than last week.
Well, it's definitely you, because you were in a right bleeding mood last week.
It's my normal state of affairs, though, isn't it? Me being in a frigging mood. What?
If Carlsberg did weekends.
Right, we're teasing him too much now. My name's Jonny.
I'm Jonno.
We've got a lot to go through. If you do like these videos, please do hit the like button. If you enjoy this one especially, please subscribe to the channel. We broke 7k.
Ooh.
I know, when did that happen?
Oh, brilliant.
You mad bastards. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for watching.
Because they know it's free now.
Because they know it's free.
People panic when you say subscribe. So
I know.
What's that going to cost me?
Fucking Netflix.
Nothing.
Cost you fuck all. So hit that subscribe
yeah.
button. Become one of the... Let's get it to 8 next.
Oh, it's 7.5 first, 7.5.
No, but I mean by next season. Let's get it to 8.
Oh,
yeah.
That'd be nice.
Oh, yes. Should we see what
FA Cup final show will be a big one.
We'll do it live from Wembley.
Yeah.
If that happens.
While we watch Man City versus Man U.
Yeah. Let's see what we got coming up this week.
We look back at the Norwich win.
We'll be getting all the Blades fans' views.
A look at the other side.
We're going to be talking loanees.
This or that.
And of course, we'll have our match predictions for Friday's game. Okay, Jonno, jump straight into it. Norwich.
Brilliant display, brilliant performance, dug deep, got a goal, brilliant from McAtee, just of his awareness. I thought he was offside, to be fair, at the time. It wasn't.
Wagner,
fair play to him.
Stop fucking bitching.
Yeah.
You little pussy old defender, fucking Grant Hanley, he played him onside.
We kept into just long shots. I thought they looked awful then. They really did look awful. We made them look awful at times as well. They gave the ball away a lot of just, especially from Pookie, couldn't be asked to run.
The Pookie party's over.
Oh, it's well and truly
Pookie party's over. Saturday Vito.
It's just awful from them. I expected a lot better. I'll be honest, I didn't fancy his chances at Norwich.
We both predicted a loss.
Yeah, we did.
Billy Sharp with that one hitting crossbar.
He'd have loved that. He'd have loved it.
Got right in Grant Hanley's face and
yeah.
Grant Hanley's so white. He's like a fucking Scottish pub footballer. He is. What does he offer other than being a mouthy little bitch?
There you go. It's just a mouthy little bitch.
Mouthy little
bitch. All the way home.
Mm.
I've got to admit though, the picture from United on Twitter with Sharp's just looking at us, looked at me.
Yeah,
just
looked at you again. Hi, Jonno.
It was just. It's just one of them moments, just taking it all in, innit? There's life in the old dog yet.
Yeah, definitely. There are defining moments in seasons. Did that feel like one for you?
Do you know what reminded me of was West Brom?
Kieran Dowell.
Yes. It just had that feel to it, about the same amount of supporters, as loud as that.
Do you know how we won that game? Kieran Dowell didn't play. They were injured. Somebody
said they were injured. I don't know. How did they know these things?
I don't know. It's almost like they do research and we film it. We film it so early we don't know the things. Sorry, I'm too busy being a vape load.
It was definitely feel to that promotion as well. So it had that feel to it. And Burnley could be elites.
Yeah, they've put it in our hands, which is amazing.
Yeah,
because if anybody's going to fuck up second place,
and we've got that little bit of room now, just so we don't panic, just in case, because Burnley's going to be a massive game, obviously. Yeah. You've got to fancy Burnley against that. All right, we did batter him at Bramall Lane. This is a different kind of game. Well, we'll see, won't we?
Depends when Sheffield United turn up. If the Sheffield United turned up that played Burnley that day, we win 5-2 again.
Oh, that'd be good.
It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing. We're putting our own hands. If we don't finish second now, we've nobody to blame but ourselves. I know it's usually the case anyway.
Just put it out there. If Burnley don't beat Middlesbrough and then we beat Burnley on Monday, what's it when they put us like 5 points behind them? You never know, do you? And then they've been a bit of a blip.
It's the
We're
weekend.
going up as fucking champions.
The weekend's games has set up this Easter fixture period as an absolute madness because usually we're really towards the end of the season now, but now because of the World Cup break in the middle, the Easter weekend is like the touch paper that's going to light this division on fire because it's already been mad. Nah, there's every chance that things could be very different. Either we'll be drowning the sorrows or we'll be fucking partying by the time the game's over on Monday, Easter Monday.
Oh no, we'll still be shitting ourselves on the shoulder.
Looking back at that game, one player that was amazing, Georgie Baldock.
Oh, that man. Do you know what? I'm starting to fall in love with him like Roofies.
I know. We're all starting to feel a bit Ruthie.
Yeah, he's just so lovable, isn't he?
Yeah.
He just wears his heart on his sleeve every time he puts that United shirt on. That
little touch point on we were at Max Aaron's, whatever his fucking name is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you see McBurney just go fuck off.
Come on, pal.
Fuck on, get out of the club.
Yeah, just brilliant from George Ball. The passion he just gives, it's just amazing to watch, and he does it every time he puts United shirt on.
Speaking of that passion Georgie has, it leads me into a very interesting question. And do you know what questions mean on this channel, Jonno?
Oh, could it be a game of this or that?
This is This or That, the world's best game show. Jonno's favourite game show. Your favourite time of the week?
Oh, favourite time?
Better than bath time? Better than bedtime?
It depends if I've got me bath salts in. You think I'm joking about that at all?
You Georgie Baldock bath salts?
I love my bath salts.
We've talked about how good George is, how endearing he is to the crowd. It's his position now. He stays there till the end of the season unless there's an injury now.
Yep.
Brilliant defending. He's getting his head right going forward again.
Yep.
The leadership he's showing is what interests me for this question.
Ooh.
Is Baldock captain material? Does that passion mean he should be wearing the armband as vice captain over Egan? Or Norwood?
Ooh.
Let you go first. Jonno, is Georgie Baldock captain material?
No.
No.
And I don't mean this badly.
No, I get it.
As a captain, you've got to show a bit more respect, a bit more maturity. And I don't want him to. I love him how he is and how he's playing and he's feisty, and I love that. And I think if he was captain, he'd have to tone it down.
You reckon?
He can't let... If he's going to show off like that, he can't be telling young ones stop showing off like that if he's doing it.
That's a very fair point, Jonno.
For me, no, he can't have him as captain. Leave him as he is. Vice captain, yeah.
Well, that's where it'd be vice captain.
Yeah.
Billy Sharp's always going to be captain, but like on the pitch, because Billy Sharp at the start of a game, it usually falls to either Egan or Norwood. Would you take the armband off them and put him on Baldock? Is the question.
No.
Really?
Yeah, it's obviously no bad thing to Baldock.
No.
I love how he's playing at the moment, and I just think that feistiness is what really helps him.
And you reckon the armband will take away from him?
It will, yeah. It just has a bit more pressure onto you, doesn't it? You got to lead the line of the thing, and leave that up to Egan. Johnny, what's your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Yeah.
Captain George.
Captain George. It does have a ring to it.
Captain George. Yes, I see the point in what you said.
I changed your mind a little bit.
You made me doubt myself a little bit. I want that passion with an armband round it. And in this run of fixtures, I'd love George to be leading a charge of passionate, aggressive players.
Running at Haaland.
Getting in people's faces, winding crowd up, leading by example of showing, you know what, we've been a bit too clean cut. People are labelling us a nasty team when we've been too nice.
I think we have been too nice in previous games. This is when Baldock's not being inside.
Exactly.
He regs up other players.
Yes.
But he wouldn't do that as captain.
I reckon he would. I reckon he'd lead by example and people start thinking, well, that's captain's doing it. Let's all fucking do it. Let's all get in the faces. Let's all wind
them up. We all want a team full of Georgie Baldocks.
That's it. We all want a team full of starmen. A team full of starmen with Captain Starman. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. That's what I want. I do see a point and I do get it. In this little run-in especially, I'd love to see Captain George leading that line and just being a shithouse.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you
Captain Shithouse. I love it.
Both ways are just on the pitch for me.
What do you think, Danny? Comments. Would you like to see Starman with the captain's armband? Do you agree with Jonno's points or my points? Do you have your own points to make? Get down there, join the conversation. We're always happy to hear what you've got to say. Has anybody seen Chef Cheffer? Anyway, moving on. Let's get to fan previews.
Well, once again, Mr. Working Time Directive Jonny has said, can you give me less length? I need to squeeze it in. It's a big one. Oh no, sorry, that's another message. Anyway, whatever. Jonny wants a short video about the Wigan game. I don't know if I can manage that. I think you're just going to have to edit out what you don't need, Jonny. So, yeah, I mean, Wigan. First played them back in the early 80s. It's not when I first saw them, though. I first probably saw them when I was a nipper. I started going late 80s when I was still pretty young. Opposite of a Glory Hunter. Wait until we're in Division 3. What is the opposite of a Glory Hunter? Shit Hunter. I found plenty of that. And yeah, I first saw us probably play. And of course the win earlier in the season. So yeah, that brings us up to date on the history of the fixture. Done quite well against them in recent years. They're currently rock bottom. We're not, obviously. We're doing pretty well at the minute. Obviously our fans don't always think so. They're a bit ecky in, ecky out, ecky shaky all about. So yeah, hopefully we'll make the difference in league positions pay. Not sure what that means. But yeah, they're shit, aren't they? A lot of people have been pointing at last season we went up over Leeds, and you know, I think they played Wigan at home over Easter weekend, lost, even though, you know, they were in pole position. Wigan were pretty shit. Everyone's saying, oh, I can see that happening again, but don't be daft. As if we would ever bottle a big game against a lowly Wigan team at home. It just wouldn't happen. So yeah, for that reason, you know, we're going to have a pretty good strength team out again. Got a few injuries obviously, but nothing that means we can't stick a good team out, and yeah, I think we're going to beat them 2-1.
Obviously there's the Blades fan views. Let's look into it now, what we've got coming up on Good Friday, because on paper it should be a gimme, but we know better than anybody there is no gimmies in this division. Especially against Wigan.
Very bad memories playing Wigan at Bramall Lane.
Very bad.
I think this is a different kettle of fish though, this one. Yeah. This is a game I'm fully confident with.
I thought their ground under Colo Torre, they looked like they were an improved team.
I think give them more time, they might have done alright with him.
It don't have to have been docked millions of points, does it?
No.
Like, you know, remember we talked about the FA Cup the other week? Oh, look how good FA Cup's doing for fucking Wigan now.
They still won it.
Yeah, and they might not have a club next week.
Of course they'll have a club next week.
They're going to be fucking bust by next year. Wigan won't exist. They'll go back to being a rugby team. Like what?
No, I want to win the FA Cup. It's not the same to us, is it? They get about 8,000 at bleeding their gigantic stadium. It's too big for them anyway. Okay. We're going to win the FA Cup.
We're going to do both. We're going to do both. It's okay. We're going to do both.
Thank you.
We're going to do both. Us and Dozy, we're going to fucking take this country off. But Wigan, as a team, they're fucking doomed already.
Yeah, 3 points deducted as well. It's going to dampen their chances.
It should be a gimme, but I hate these games that are meant to be easy because they're always fucking hardest. If any team can
Wigan are going to come to try and frustrate us, not want us to play our own game.
No.
I think there'll be a lot of time wasting going on.
That's why we need Captain Solomon.
And the longer the game goes on, if we don't score, it's going to get, especially crowd will start getting on the bike, stuff like that. Yeah, they'll come with that game plan. If we get an early goal, I think we could 4 or 5.
Maybe. Yeah, if an early goal's important in that game.
Of course it is.
Apart from Sheffield United, whenever we get an early goal, we fucking sit back first.
Not anymore. He's learning.
He's learning. Well done. You're
Even
learning.
We've only won last 3 games by 1 goal.
You're learning, Eke. Let's have a look at Wigan. Who's their top scorer, Jonno?
Will Keane.
Did he play for us?
No.
Sure he came on a loan spell.
I can't remember him.
Did he come on a loan spell? Did he?
I don't know.
Why not bring him in 8?
I can't remember who played for us last season. Honestly, my knowledge on Sheffield United history is ridiculously shit.
Let us know in comments. Did Wilder bring him in on loan?
No.
Because if it is him, I think he was shit. 10 goals.
10 goals.
10 goals. I'm not worried about him.
No,
He's going to get an hat-trick now.
It's James McLean, I think, who just stopped. He's the assist man.
Who?
James McLean.
Never heard of him.
Are you not?
No.
No, not even on Poppy Day?
No.
Okay.
Just some no-name, living off, trying to be relevant. Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think the second goal scorers have got about 5 goals, so...
Yeah. It's one of the...
There's a reason why they're at bottom of the league.
They don't have a team that screams quality.
No.
When you've got Celtic wannabes in team, it's never going to work out right, is it?
I just think, does he change side with Monday's game coming up? Or do you play your best side and win the game that you're supposed to win? Maybe rest a few against Burnley.
No, I think we should be looking at having 2 different sides this season. We should have one that's there for a nitty-gritty frustrating battle, and we should have one that's out there to attack. And I think it should rotate around the same similar basis of players, but the shape should be slightly different. But you can rest 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Like for against Wigan, I wouldn't risk McAtee starting. I wouldn't risk Doyle starting.
You see, they're the 2 that I would be playing because they ain't playing in semi-final anyway. So
No, I get that. I'm saying I wouldn't start Doyle. I'd bring Doyle on towards the end.
yeah, as long as one of them's playing.
Yeah. I'd have McAtee in this one. I'd have Sanderberger starting, obviously.
Yep.
It'd pretty much be a similar team to Norwich team, but maybe a change in midfield. This would be a game that'd suit Norwood.
No, what I'm going for Koulibaly.
Yeah, I'd take it back. I'd have Koulibaly in there. A game like this, yeah.
At the moment, it's looking like he could be starting against Man City. Give him a bit more playing time.
I'd put him in Norwood position for this game.
Yeah.
Koulibaly. Oh, yeah. I would have visited. I got some fucking idiot on Instagram. He's a centre defensive midfielder. You got him on the right wing. When he went on the right wing, it would be on the striker, where Sanderberg sometimes plays. So stick that up your arse. And 2, as soon as somebody comes in, he's a CDM. Well, you can't argue with these people. Because FIFA said he's a CDM.
Yeah, FIFA.
Fuck off, eat a dick. But no, you can play him either behind the strikers. I think he'd link up well there. And I think he'd also fit well in that no position because he can hold the ball and he can run at people. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Start Koulibaly in this game.
Champers! He's agreed with me.
And then in obviously your games against your Burnley, you play full strength whack.
Yep.
Go for it game. Because you can't sit back against Burnley. Show them some respect and they'll fucking roll you on and tickle your bellies. Yeah.
And it's not really, we need goal difference, so...
Yeah. It's an interesting one. There's not much to say about Wigan. It's frustrating. Because what do you say about a team that getting deducted points and a shit? Apart from they'll probably beat us. Probably will.
Oh, it'll be a massive dent in our hopes. Confidence will just
absolutely piss on all
from fans and all.
Piss on all those collective bonfires.
Yeah, it really would. Really would.
We said what we can say about Wigan. Let's go and talk to somebody who actually knows about Wigan. Let's go to our Wigan fan.
Hi, Barry Withington here from the Progress with Unity podcast, Wigan Athletic podcast. Thank you very much for inviting me along to just do a quick preview of the Good Friday game. We're coming to Bramall Lane, where in recent times we've not got too bad a record, if I'm being honest. The last 5 meetings we've won 3, drawn 1 and just lost 1. That was the last time we visited the season you did the double over us. Also, you beat us earlier this season, so we owe you 1. Let's say we owe you 1. Anyway, you're second in the table, we're bottom. So quite a bit of a contrast. But one thing we have got in our favour, with a midfield player who joined us in January who goes by the name of Christ, and it's Good Friday, so you just never know. If you believe in miracles, you never know. Players to watch out for our team. Got a young lad at the back called Charlie Hughes, 90-year-old. Everybody you speak to around the club, me included, this boy's going all the way. Good enough to play in the Premier League, undoubtedly. Good enough to play in England, I should think so. Superb player. He's played about a dozen games for us now. Come up through the ranks. Joined us as a 14-year-old local lad as well. So keep your eye on him. He is an absolute stormer. Hopefully we can keep him for at least another couple of seasons before he moves on to bigger and better clubs. But yeah, a great player. From yourselves, what am I looking for? I'm hoping you're going to have one eye on Burnley game and the other eye on the Man City semi-final, and just let us at least come away with something. I think Rennie's deductions put the cat amongst the pigeons, the points deduction. So if it weren't for our -3 through the fact that we didn't pay the wages on time, I think we'd been with a fighting chance. As it is, a little bit difficult for us. We can't score more than one goal in a game. So if I'm looking ahead to Good Friday, what I go for would be for Wigan Athletic to score a goal and hopefully concede Sheffield United. So I'm going to go for a 1-1. I wish you the best of luck. You've had a good season this season. You've enjoyed it. You've got your cup run as well. Hopefully you can get promotion. It'd be nice to see yourselves and Burnley go up along with Borough, because I think you've been the 3 best teams this season without any doubt. Fingers crossed that we get something out of it. So I think we need the points more than you. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going for a 1-1, and keep your eye on Charlie Hughes, and also for Christ, our saviour, keep your eye on him. Midfield player, absolutely superb. Thank you.
So, one subject I do want to talk about, we mentioned them briefly there, they can't play against Man City. Are McAtee and Doyle, Tommy Doyle, that beautiful, beautiful man, are they the best loan signings we've ever had, season-long loans? In terms of quality?
Ooh.
In terms of actual
this
quality?
This is a this or that kind of.
It is, but you couldn't have 2 games of this or that, and I think.
Come and save it till next week.
No, we're going to talk about it now.
Oh, what a question, though.
You don't have to answer it definitively. You could just make cases for point without a definitive answer.
No.
You don't think they're the best?
No.
What would you say is then?
I'm probably get 8 for him. Gibbs White.
No. I'd take
Dean Henderson.
Henderson's one that could be in there. Some people give Wes a chance in the Premier League. 1, we're not in the Premier League yet. 2, well, we don't even need Dean Henderson. He's not as good as we said. These are the same people who thought Ramsdale were good.
Well, he's doing alright for Arsenal.
Is he fuck? He's got a good defence in front of him. He's a shithousing little backstabbing cunt, and I genuinely hope he gets dickheads. He's a little wanker. Can't stand him, and he's not as good as he thinks he is. There's a reason Pickford's so far ahead of him. I'd take.
No, I've got to disagree. Pickford can't be ahead of anyone. I'd rather Verrips play for England than Pickford.
It's a good thing this isn't an England programme. We just open up a right fucking can of worms.
Oh, dear me.
I would take Dean Henderson back like that, and that's not disrespect to Wes. I love Wes to pieces.
Are you starting Dean Henderson?
What, next season?
Yeah.
If we're in the Premier League,
ahead of Wes?
In Premier League, yeah. Experience. I just think he's a phenomenal keeper that's been overshadowed. I admire that he wanted to break into the Man U team. I admire it.
Yeah, definitely.
He's realised no matter how good he was.
You're not going to put De Gea on bench at £300,000 a week, are you?
No, that's the problem. Yeah. It's dictated by wages, not form and ability. Yeah. And that's bullshit. De Gea is a phenomenal goalkeeper. He made a wrong choice by going to Forest. Of course, Forest are not as good as they think they are.
He's getting game time, that's what he wants.
No, you ain't getting game time, actually, put Navas in. That's the problem. It's fucking shit. I'd take Dean Henderson back like that. Again, picking a player based on wages in Navas in net.
There you go.
Fucking stupid. Dino, come on, mate. But anyway, back to the original point. McAtee and Doyle. I think they are the best loans we've ever had.
Yeah.
Quality-wise, who's better?
I've just said Gibbs White.
Is he fuck?
He is.
Is he fuck? No chance. No chance.
I think a lot of people lost respect for Gibbs White because he went to Forest. Gibbs White is a phenomenal player. He's doing it in the Premier League as well.
No, he's not.
Is McAtee and Doyle, are they ready? They're not ready for the Premier League. You could set him
they
next
both
season,
walk into Nottingham Forest team over Gibbs White.
I'm going to have to disagree.
They do. Gibbs White's a good top-level Championship player. Relegation Premier League player. There's a reason these two kids...
I think this will split a lot of opinions up.
There's a reason these two kids are on books at Man City, not fucking Wolves wherever they were before. There's a reason that so young they're showing that they're as good as, if not better than Gibbs White already, because they're both a lot younger than him. These are the best 2 loan signings, especially as a package, that we've ever had. Ever.
Ooh, ever.
Above Dino, as much as I love Dino to pieces. Ever.
That's a right statement.
It is, and I'm standing by it.
What makes you think that, though? Where have you come up with that? What is it that they've done to...
Ability, goals, contributions, something different in that midfield that we've lacked for a long time.
Gibbs White scored more goals than what they have.
How many times did Gibbs White...
Yeah, but you're looking at it as a combo and adding them 2 together.
How many times did Gibbs White lose the ball? How many times did Gibbs White have an off game? How many times did Gibbs White...
You could say that about youngsters and all.
You can do, but they're youngsters.
McAtee got absolutely destroyed at Luton away.
1 game.
There's a few others that he didn't like.
Nah, I'm not having that. Not having it. Overall, as a combo, not individually, I would agree with the argument, but as a package deal, these are the two best
alright,
loans
you've got
we've
two brilliant loan signings. You don't usually get two at the same time. I'm not disagreeing with that.
When have we ever had 2 season-long loan players on at the same time as ever?
No, I agree with that.
So they come as a package, they are better for us. Do you know why I said this as well? Where are we this season? Where were we last season? Oh, missed a penalty to stop us going up.
No, you can't.
Oh, missed a penalty to stop us going up. Oh, missed a penalty to stop us going up.
Team this season. I think Canel's a big part of why we are where we are.
Missed a penalty to stop us going up. Why did Canel miss that penalty last season?
You couldn't, did you know?
Morgan
All right,
Gibbs
so Kane's spoiled bleeding winning World Cup.
He did the shit cunt. One fucked up under the lights. One struck us into an FA Cup semi-final from outside the area. One gave us Nearly's. Two on the precipice of giving us thank yous. And that's why, at this point in time, they are the best loans we've ever made. Let us know what you think down in the comments.
Please do.
This is a controversial one.
Do.
This is a controversial one.
Tell him he's wrong.
Tell me I'm right. Tell him he's wrong. Get down there. Let us know, because this is going to cause some shit. I think.
Isn't it?
I think it's going to cause some shit. I do love a good debate.
Oh yeah. That's what all about football. It's all about opinions.
Exactly. Let's leave this behind for a little while and let's see what the rest of the Blades fans think.
Now then, Johnny. Now then, Jonno. Yeah, really looking forward to this Good Friday game against Wigan. Managed to get the day off. Always seem to like these Easter weekend fixtures because they seem to roll one into the other really quickly. And yeah, we've had pretty good results over the last few years with them. Pretty good memories. So yeah, Wigan as an opposition, I don't think it's going to be as clean cut as people might think. You know, the bottom of the league look pretty cut away. I think they're on 34 and being safe at the minute is about 39. So they look as though they may be down and out, but you know, a few good results. We see them at this point of the season. Everyone's fighting for something. We've seen it in previous years with ourselves. You know, we had Reading come to us last season at the Lane. Last time we got promoted to the Premier League, we had when Bristol came. That was a bit of a shock result when Weimann scored the hat trick. You know, you do have them at this point of the season when you get some shock results. I mean, look at Huddersfield last weekend. Brilliant match day for us, and you can just have that as a team when all results go your way, and it can make the league table look very different. So I'm sure Wigan will be hoping for that. The only saving grace for us, hopefully, is they're looking at the next two games maybe with Swansea and Blackpool that they've got to play. Maybe they're earmarking them as games more likely to get points from, but they're not going to come and be a pushover. And obviously, I know what our fans are like. If they come to frustrate us. You know, it could get to 60 minutes. We might not have had many chances because, you know, like we did when we went up to the Premier League, teams like to stop other teams playing and frustrate them, and that's how you can get points. That's how you can be successful. You know, like I say, we did it in the Premier League a lot. We made other teams look poor by playing well ourselves and just shutting the game down and almost making it look boring. So, you know, I'm sure they'll come to us to try and do that, just try and get at least a point out of the game. So yeah, I think we've got to stick by them. You know. We've got the quality, we know that. So, yeah, let's really hope that we've got a full house. It's nice weather. It's a good event, and it could, you know, with other results, could be a really positive day for us. So, fingers crossed. You know, if we can get a win and Burnley manage to beat Borough, it kind of makes the away game at Burnley on Monday a bit of a free hit because of how far ahead we'll be at that point. So, fingers crossed we get that. And yeah, fingers crossed, all the Blades, let's have it.
It's a big game, we can't deny it. It is absolutely fucking huge. I want to see us just go out and fucking smash these. I often don't see it in games like this. Final thoughts, Jonno. What can we look forward to on Friday?
It's not just Friday, it's Monday as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but we're
not going to be in breakfast in between now.
Might do. But no, we're focusing on Friday's game. We one game at a time. Let's take it, because this is the springboard for a big weekend. Final thoughts on it. Do you want me to just set the tone? I think if we don't go for it, we're shooting ourselves in the foot. Win, lose or draw, we've got to go for it. Yeah. We can't just sit back and think, don't lose, grab a goal. We need to be playing how we've been playing, how we played against the last game against Norwich. We've got to go out there and think, let's just fucking go for it throat.
Yeah, it's not that help us goal difference as well.
Exactly.
I do think this is one that even if we do play bad, I think we can still scrape a victory.
Yeah.
Wigan for me, doomed anyway.
They are
they've not looked good. I fully expect United to win. If we get an early goal, I could see him absolutely pacing them.
We played bad at their ground in Stoke, even when we were.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
And they had a better manager then as well.
Yeah, can't disagree with that one.
It's difficult. I'm trying not to be too confident because I don't like being confident. You know my attitude. Say the worst, hope for the best.
A massive game and all to watch before we were.
Exactly.
Luton, Millwall, and then you've got a game after later on tonight. Burnley, Middlesbrough. So yeah,
we need to set the tone. Give me a score prediction. Fuck it. Let's stop dancing around the question. Give me a score prediction, Jonno.
3-0.
2.
What do you think? I can't be all positive and then say 3-0 to Wigan.
1-1.
Oh, why?
Because I predict the worst, and then anything else is a bonus.
No, the worst is losing. But to be fair, a draw would feel like a loss.
I can't realistically say I think we're going to lose. We could lose. It is a possibility. In every game, it's a possibility. We could lose. But in my head, I'm thinking a draw is probably something that could happen and piss on us bonfires. That's more realistic, I think, than them winning. So that's my worst case scenario. 1-1 draw. That's what I'm going to stick with. I hope I'm fucking wrong, and I hope we go out there and plaster them, obviously.
We will.
What do you think? Leave score predictions down below. If you haven't done already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you to the over 7,000 that already have. I love each and every single one of you mad bastards. Mad lads.
Mad lads.
And lasses.
And lasses.
40% here that are watching these videos aren't subscribing.
39% now, isn't it?
39%.
Yeah. Get it down.
Yeah, let's get the number down. But why aren't you subscribing? Because how much does it cost, Jonno?
Absolutely nothing.
Cost nothing. It's free. Get down there, hit subscribe. Let's look forward to a big weekend of football.
Up the blades.
Up them blades. I've been Johnny.
I've been Jonno.
Come on, you white wizard!